Hello, this is Andy's Golf and Travel Diary here at the Transplant Games.
Yes.
And this is Tina. Tina, how did you come to the Transplant Games?
Well, I am celebrating 20 years tomorrow for a liver transplant, so I'm a recipient and proud to be here. Very happy to spread the word about organ donation.
Now everybody's doing the math. You don't even look like you're 20 years old.
I was 18 years old when I had my transplant, so I was young. I was 17 when I found out that I was in liver failure. They just kind of labeled it as autoimmune disease. They had a really hard time figuring out what was wrong with me. So I was leading a pretty normal, happy, healthy, what I thought was happy and healthy life at the time, going to school and working and planning my future. Yeah.
And so 20 years later, you're still involved with Donate Life America.
Yeah.
And we're here at this workshop. And this workshop is all about getting people's stories out to get people like you listening to register to donate your organs. People that know somebody like yourself who has received an organ or donated an organ are much more likely to register.
Yes, definitely.
That's a known fact.
Yeah.
So how can we get just other people to register? Everybody should register.
Everybody should register, you know, and I think the reason why I want my voice to be heard now is because I do have 2 young children, and I can just imagine if they needed an organ, you know, what I would want and how I would want my community to surround me, or even strangers to surround me and help support the gift of life for them.
And none of us want to think about death, or we don't plan to die, but we all do die.
We do, and you know, my organ donor was a 12-year-old boy who unfortunately had an accident on his bicycle, and you know, his mom and dad at the time were in shock and were heading into the grief stage, and really had just a great heart and great giving personality. And at the time, their son had already told them that he wanted to be an organ donor. So at the age of 12, he had already made that decision and made it known to his family, and they came out with wishes.
Wow, which is a very difficult thing to do in the time of grief and sorrow.
Yeah.
So, all the more reason to register now. And Tina and I worked a little bit in this workshop, and we'll wrap up this versions of Andy's Golf and Travel Diary with your 13-word statement.
With your great help. It was supposed to be 10 words. So, you know, just to grab someone's attention, maybe let's say in a grocery store. So if I had a Donate Life pin on, which I do a lot of times, you know, I could say, if somebody asked me, what does that mean? I would say, well, before I stole my husband's heart, I received another man's liver.